May, and obviously with everything going on with the COVID-19 virus, I will not be holding classes for the next few weeks because I want everyone to stay safe at home because that is what's most important. Obviously this time is very stressful for all of us, and I feel that yoga is something that can really help us through this and allow us to de-stress. So I have created a 30-minute practice that you can do at home. It requires no props, and the focus of this practice is just to allow yourself to de-stress, allow yourself to clear your mind, focus on yourself, focus on your breathing, making sure that you know that yoga isn't about being perfect. It isn't about being able to stretch the far. This is about being comfortable in your own body, and that is what I want the focus of this practice to be, as it's already stressful enough. So this is just to allow yourself to really breathe and just be in your own space. So with that, we will begin. So we're going to start in child's pose. So sitting back on your heels and bringing your forehead to the ground. If you're not able to bring your forehead to the ground, you can use your hands as a little stand. So 2 fists on top of each other, 1 fist, whatever you're most comfortable with. If you're able to touch your forehead to the ground, just stretch your arms out in front of you. Remembering to breathe in through your nose, feeling the air traveling into your lungs and filling up your stomach. And exhale, feeling the air go out of your stomach, through your lungs, and back out your nose. Really focusing on your breath. Allowing yourself to completely relax in this posture. Closing your eyes if you're comfortable. Staying here for 5 more long, deep breaths. On your last exhale, you're going to be stretching over to your right side. So bringing your arms over and giving that whole left side of your body a big stretch. Continuing to focus on your breath. Staying here for 3 more breaths. On your last breath, moving back to the middle. And then going over to the left side, so giving the right side of your body a big stretch. Again, doing what's most comfortable for you and your body. That is what yoga is all about. If you're feeling uncomfortable in any posture, know that child's pose is always an option. Staying here for 3 more breaths. On your last breath, moving back to the middle and then coming up into tabletop. So making sure that your wrists, shoulders, and elbows are all in line with each other, and that your knees and your hips are in line with each other. Making sure your back is straight and looking forward. On your next inhale, we'll move into a cat and cow sequence. So inhale, drop your belly, look up to the sky like a cow. And exhale, arch your back upwards and bring your head down like a cat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Continue to do this sequence following your own breath. Doing this 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Once you're finished your last exhale, going back into tabletop and staying here for a couple of breaths. And on your next inhale, lengthening your legs, going into plank. We're only going to be here for 2 breaths. And on your exhale, going up into downward dog. If you feel you need to, you can pedal your legs as if you're wagging your tail. Or if you want to stay still, you can. Whatever you feel most comfortable with. And come to stillness. Staying here for 2 breaths. And hop or step forward. Once you're at the top of your mat, you're going to come into a standing forward fold. If you would like to, you can grab your hands to opposite elbows and sway back and forward, doing pulses at the hips. Or you can just touch your hands to the ground or wherever they reach. On your next inhale, you're going to slowly roll your way up to standing. Making sure to go slow because we don't want you to get dizzy. Once you're up, fully up, standing, you're going to come into mountain pose. So making sure that your feet are hip distance apart, opening your palms forward, and standing tall. And breathing. Always wanting to keep focus on your breath. You can close your eyes if you'd like, or keep them open, but always making sure to stand tall. On your next inhale, we're going to move into tree. So bringing your right leg up, you can either keep it so your foot is just pivoted, resting on your left ankle, or you can bring your leg up as however far as it can go, just as long as it's not resting on your knee. Making sure to find your drishti point or your point of stillness, somewhere where you can focus so you can try to keep your balance. And bringing your hands up to heart center, or bringing them all the way up above your head, but wanting to make sure to keep your shoulders down. If you fall out of this posture, just take a little time to yourself and then come back into it when you're ready. Staying here for 3 more breaths. Bring your hands back down to heart center and controlling your leg as you bring it on its way down. Now we're going to do the same posture but on the opposite leg. So bringing your left leg up, again, as far as you can bring it, whatever you feel, where you feel most comfortable and where you will be able to keep your balance. Finding your drishti point. Oh, here I go, falling my posture. That's okay. And putting your hands at heart center. During times like these, it's really important to find balance within your body, making sure your energies are balanced. Staying here for 3 more breaths. And bringing your left leg down. Now we're going to move into chair. So again, making sure your feet are around hip width apart and bending at the knees. Making sure that you're still able to see your 2 front big toes in front of your knees. And then bringing your arms up, keeping your shoulders down, and staying here. On your next exhale, finding your way back up to standing and coming into mountain for 2 breaths. Once you're ready, we're going to be bringing our right leg out in front of us, so facing the short end of your mat, and bringing the left leg behind us, keeping your feet so that your front foot, the heel of your front foot meets the middle of your back foot and keeping that back foot at a 90-degree angle or parallel with the short side of your mat. We're going to be moving into Warrior Two. So bending your front knee, and again, making sure that you can see your big toe in front of your knee. That's very important. And once you're ready, bringing your arms out in front of you. Almost acting as if both sides are pulling one another, so you're keeping that middle balance. Continuing to focus on your breath. On your next inhale, you're going to be bringing your left hand onto your back leg and stretching your right hand overhead, going into reverse warrior. So you're getting a nice stretch of the right side of the body. Looking up towards your ceiling. And on your next inhale, coming back into Warrior Two on the right side. Staying here for 5 breaths. On your last exhale, you're going to be bringing both feet at a 45-degree angle, still staying so your feet are wide apart from each other, and we're going to be coming into Goddess posture, which, as many people know, is one of my favorites. So keeping your feet at a 45-degree angle and bending your knees down. Again, we're not looking for this to be a squat. It's just kind of as far as you feel comfortable. Bringing your hands at heart center. And breathing. On your exhale, coming up. And inhale, going back down. You can bring your arms out to the side, so you're almost creating cactus arms. And making sure to keep your butt tucked in. Staying here for 3 more breaths. On your last exhale, coming up. And now we're going to be doing Warrior Two on your left side. So bringing your right foot so that it's parallel with the short end of your mat, and bringing your left foot so it's parallel with the long side of your mat. And again, making sure that your feet are in line with each other, almost as if they were making a T, and then bending that front leg and bringing your arms out. Making sure to keep your arms nice and strong and looking ahead. On your next exhale, bringing your right hand back onto your back leg and stretching your left hand overhead, coming into reverse warrior. Feeling that stretch in the left side of the body And on your next inhale, coming back up into Warrior Two. And staying here for 5 breaths. And on your last exhale, coming back up, and we'll be going back into mountain pose for 5 breaths. Wiggle out your legs if you need to, because that was a lot of work on both legs. When facing your palms outwards, you're allowing all the energy from the earth to come and energize your body. If you're keeping your hands facing downwards, it's allowing you to ground yourself. That's why in mountain we keep them forwards, so then we're collecting the energy from the earth and standing tall. On your last exhale, we're going to be going back down into chair, but this time we're going to do a twist on either side. So bringing your hands to heart center and starting out by twisting over to the right side. So bringing your left elbow beside your right knee, and if you feel comfortable, you can outstretch both hands and look up. On your next exhale, bringing your hands back to heart center, coming up and twisting over to the left side. Staying here for 3 more breaths. On your next exhale, bringing your hands to heart center and coming up and standing in mountain pose. And we'll be moving into 2 half sun salutations. So on your inhale, bringing your hands up overhead. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Keeping that flat back you had in tabletop. Exhale all the way down. And inhale, back up. Doing this 2 more times, following your own breath. Once you're finished, we're going to be moving our way back down to the ground. We're going to just be working on some stretches. So bringing your right leg up into your left leg. So almost creating a tree pose, but while sitting. And we're going to be going into chin to shin. So reaching forwards. And as you inhale, you go up. Exhale, you lengthen. So the goal for this pose is just to feel comfortable. If you're not able to reach your foot, that's okay. It's just to make sure to continue to look forward as if you're reaching your chin to your shin. And you can continue to follow the pattern as you inhale, you stretch up, and exhale, you lengthen. It allows yourself to lengthen your body more and stretch the upper part of your body. And if you can, bring your head to your knee. You can just rest it there, but whatever you're most comfortable with. On your next inhale, coming up and switching legs. So lengthening your right foot in front of you and bringing your left leg up. And again, coming down. As you inhale, stretch upwards. Exhale, you lengthen. And on your next inhale, coming back up, lengthening both feet in front of you, and now we're just coming into a sitting or seated forward fold. So again, just going wherever you're comfortable with, wherever your hands decide to land. And on your next inhale, coming up, moving into staff posture, so keeping your feet in front of you, but pointing your toes up towards the sky, bringing your hands beside your body, and keeping the muscles in your arms engaged. So you're pushing your hands into your mat, but not bringing your shoulders up to your ears. And if you're able to, you can raise your ankles off the ground, or just keep your heels down. And on your exhale, releasing yourself from that posture and coming down onto your back. So keeping your knees pointed up towards the sky, you're going to bring your hips towards the right side and lay your legs down towards the left, coming into a supine twist. And then you're going to just bring your arms out beside you and close your eyes and just allow yourself to relax. Continuing to focus on your breath. And on your next inhale, bringing your legs back up and moving your hips over to the left side and dropping your legs down towards the right side. And on your next inhale, bringing your legs back up to the center and bringing them in for a big hug. So wrapping your arms around your knees, you can rock side to side, give your back a nice massage. And then once you're ready, you can bring your legs out straight in front of you, going into Shavasana. Keeping your arms by your side or on your stomach, wherever they're comfortable, closing your eyes and just allowing yourself to relax. While you're laying in corpse or Shavasana, I really just wanted to emphasize the fact that this practice was just to allow yourself to de-stress. Focusing on yourself and your body's needs is really, really important. Continuing to breathe and relax. can continue to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like, or you can slowly come up to seated. I would just like to thank you for joining me in this lesson. Continue to practice at home and make sure to stay safe, because that's what's most important, and that's what I want for you, is to stay safe. Bring your hands to heart center, and Namaste.